It's the rarest weapon in the game. It's the worst weapon in the game as well. And how I know for a fact that they stole my video idea is because in my script I fucked up and said it was a 1% drop. It's not a 1% drop. It's a 0.5%
This is
drop.
awesome.
And they would know that.
We're just gonna be watching Mega's stream.
No, they just ripped it straight.
Everybody leave Mega's stream and come to mine.
So
this is gonna be epic.
It's funny because, like, you know, a 14-year coincidence and no one ever doing a full run with the weapon. It's like, okay, sure, you know, it happens, right? Just like with ADP and luck only.
This is the best day ever.
Like almost a decade of those games being out, plus for like PS3, almost a decade. It's like almost a decade after a game comes out. You know, maybe it's a coincidence after I do luck only, so many other people start doing it, right?
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell stream is way too early because my lighting is all messed up.
Keep the carrots them sweaty.
We are alive and well. 2b2t, twitch.com. Anybody who's in, okay, everybody who is in here already knows about Mega, is already following and subbed, but if you haven't, do it. He's making his big comeback. Okay, on the real, we gotta get busy.
Whatever.
It's time to get busy. There are trails to be hunted. It's gonna be a very short stream today because Shrente TOS is on. Everything is good. Everything is good. Auto disconnect is on. Gotta fix the Y level when we get up. Evelyn! Damn. Steve woke up 3 minutes ago. Fuck you. And don't worry about that. Oh, don't worry about that nipple trail over there. All right. I mean, let's auto disconnect at Y level 500. There we go. Make sure I got searches on. Yeah. Oh, multi-chat. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. 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 Hey, YouTube. Hey. I guess. Yeah, my bad. Pokemon and Peepo. Cecil, good to see you. Havlin, thank you for the 5 fat gifted, bro. You are too good to me. You are way too good to me. I hope you've been well. Yep. Okay, so like I did D&D last week, and we're supposed to do it every 2 weeks, but I don't know. I guess maybe I missed the conversation, but we're doing it again today, and we're doing it at 6 o'clock my time. It is currently 3:51, so that's why we got it. That's why I'm streaming early, and that's why I'm doing a little bit of a shorter one. Hopefully those remnants of a trail to our right side are a duping alt account for this trail that we're on. We can hope. I should just throw on Rocket Man. I can't see anything. Stone Cold Killer. Welcome on in. Chris, good to see ya. Thanks again, Havlin. I appreciate you stopping by. Early as hell. Dude, I made pancakes for breakfast. I'm like a real adult. I don't know if you guys knew that about me. Do you know which campaign you're playing? Oh, yeah, I mean... Oh, what is this 1.19 dude doing here? Just keep going, 1.19 dude. Just keep going right on past. Nothing to see here. Yeah, our DM is just kind of like making it up as she goes. Okay. We're coming together with another trail. No, 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 no. All my plans have been ruined. What is he doing? What? Why did I even go live? What? Everybody just leave and go to Mega's stream. Let's just raid him right now. Rocketeer Mama, come on in. It's, no more laughing. I thought I was on some shit. Well, okay, so there's a third trail way back here. No way he's like flipping a Yui and goes all the way back here and then goes all the way back, right? It'd be obscene. Counting, good to see ya. Yeah, YouTube, really big delay on there. Oh, man. Oh, man. What am I even doing? I'm never streaming early again. Ever. Okay, it was just like the first instance that we saw it. No, we saw it over here. I'm still holding out hope. I'm a hopeful fella. It's hot out today, so my cats are very tired. Well, I hope that they are enjoying their lazy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Monday. Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's a good range to hunt at to find a journeyman stash. Oh, 5. What map is that? It's called Zeros Plus.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Yo, Paxky. How you been? Hell yeah, Fuma. That's huge. Were they just like laying out in the open, or were they in a dungeon? I don't want to do that. I don't want to. You know what? We're just gonna go this way. Maybe we can cross paths with the real trail. Never mind, found it. Okay, good.
What'd you see, Doc?
Pokemon in Russian. Hope you've been well. Oh, Decto, yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm still holding out hope. I believe in this trail. This is the same trail from yesterday. You can tell because of how messed up and sick and twisted it is. All the loop-de-loops, all the zigzags. It's going up, down, left, right. A, B, select, start. I don't even know. They were in a lake, not placed on the ground. Oh, they were just like floating. Interesting. Am I doing too much going 18 mil into the nether to find a base? You're not going 18 mil into the nether, bro. You're simply not. Okay, so this trail has got to be this guy, and it's got to be the same guy, right? Like, we're on the same page. We don't need to go back here and like, or should we go back there? I don't know. I'm trying to make it a fast stream. I thought I was just gonna pull up. How many in the millions are you? Multitudes. Damn, Fuma. Nice hit, bro. Someone ordered some kits from a shop. They're like, just toss them in the nearby lake. Just chuck them in there. I'll fish them up. What number should we ask counting to end at today? Remember, we're working towards 9,999. That is going to be our big number. It's Arma Reforger Day. After all day of reading for college exams, just finished the last one for the quadrimester? What is that? Oh, Nady, yeah, I followed that. Wait, Ethan, what'd you say? Let me scroll up. What did Ethan say? Am I doing too... Oh. Yeah, that's a bit much. 18 mil nether? You realize that's like well over the world border. Okay, this dude definitely is just like zigzagging. If he comes back this way, there's nothing gonna be over here. I would really prefer to just not. I would really prefer to just... I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. Thanks, Russian. Good luck with Arma. Congrats on finishing up the semester. Summertime. Counting. Let's make it to let's make it to 2,642 today. Kinky Column, welcome on in. I believe in you, Russian. How much people are active? This many. Bro, those 00 accounts are so bizarre. Like a lot of them have 527 in it, and like Q's and P's before. There has to be some concept there. Yeah, I just woke up. The red is the trail that we're following. Obviously, we're in the end dimension. High up in the sky. Okay, Windoid, how do you even know what time zone I'm in? Like, that's kind of weird. Early as hell, eShop. You can tell by the bad lighting. Good morning, Journey. Nah, I'm really just doing a short little stream. Listen, I care about you guys, right? Shout out QSMK. I care about you guys. And so, like, I'm over here, and I get to this point, and I realize I crossed over this path once before, and I'm like, ah, shit. So I look at my map, and I see that there's, like, 2 other trails coming along, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do this for stream, and maybe it'll be something cool to show off to people. It'll be a short little stream, it'll be a mega stash at the end, and da-da-da-da. So I'm thinking that, and I do that, and then I get to this part, and it's just... So that's my story. What's yours? This is an old trail. The fact that it is red indicates to us that it is a trail created in 1.12. And to compare it, like this dude is like flying right through him. Same thing with this trail, and it's completely transparent. So that shows that this is a trail created in 1.19 or newer. Another one? Whoa, did I ever follow this somewhere? Did I find something at the end of this? I must have, because there's like a bunch of dudes coming out here. Let's take a peek-see. Where did I take this? How far did this trail go? Hello? Where did I go? Holy, this is a long frickin' trail. Am I about to start leaking? What's going on? Bro, why did I follow this so long? Hello? Here we go. Oh, I remember this. This is when I found that little thing. It was supposedly like an emp stash. There's like 20 doves or something, and it had there, and then, this was it. And they had farm like villagers here because they originally used a boat fly with a trident to get out here with villagers in the boat. And then I didn't want to like bring another account out here, so I just used chested mine carts, and I just threw them all into an end gate using this thing. That's what this trail was. Damn. That was on stream, yeah. It was like the last time we streamed in the end. And then like attached to it, if you go there and then like fly east for a really long time, then it took you to Space Ave. Thank you, Counting. Oh, appreciate you coming through. Why is everything black when you travel? Because we're just really high up in the end dimension, so I can't see any of the terrain. Yo, rotten. Yo, bro. Yo, bro, yo, bro, yo, bro. Thanks for the Prime sub, dude. I appreciate it. 9,999 soon. Well, I appreciate the support. Welcome to the crew. Or something. Is it easier to find bases in the overworld or the end? Oh, way easier in the overworld. I mean, there's probably 100 times more bases in the overworld than there are in the end. And it's easier to move stuff. You can set beds. The advantage that people in the overworld have versus end people is they can use like the nether and the overworld in their travels, like to go back and forth to like hide their stuff better. But yo, Leb. Yeah, bro. How you been? Capta. W indeed. I don't understand English, but since I don't see any islands, I thought it was just covering them up. Maybe in some wraparound way, I am intentionally doing that. So I know where I'm going, but you don't. Get reckless. Are you using NoCom database for chords to guide you to where you go? Nope. I don't think there is any public and no-com data. Good morning, Blue. But on average, the bases you find in the end is better. I mean, the biggest stashes I've ever found have always been in the overworld. I like to believe that there are some insane, mind-blowing secrets in the end still. But I've been chilling, lad. I got D&D later tonight, so I'm just doing a quick little thing. I really did think that I was gonna pull up really soon after starting. So I'm just kind of cooked. Like, why? Why, bro? Why? Anyways. There's like 300 gigabytes big with just chords data for free. Yes, there is, but not for the end dimension. Yo, Paul. What's still on your bucket list to find while hunting? You know. I mean, I basically found everything. Basically already found everything that I wanted to find ever. I'm kind of like in the... I'm like in the new game plus portion of my 2B adventures. Credits have already rolled. We're like in the 3rd season. Yeah, maybe, Fuma. Is it block ESP to track trails? Well, rack and stacks are different. It's called pallet new chunks. That's the name of the new chunks that I use to follow trails. I don't know exactly why it's named that. I think it refers to information that you get from the server as you travel along. But in the end dimension and the nether, you can actually discern between chunks generated in 1.12 and chunks generated in 1.19 or newer, because while there is biome blending that goes on in the overworld to make it like look all seamless and nice, in the nether and in the end there is none. There is no biome blending. So if you look closely, there is just completely different terrain on both sides. And so if we fly down low enough to actually see it, you'll see just big old chunk errors right here. And so it's pretty easy for the mapping data to indicate that they're different versions. End can be interesting, it can be. If you can push through the monotony. There definitely are special things out here. Right now we're just kind of gliding downwards. My Y level is close to 2,000 now. Paul, you and I are due to find a 1K dub soon. I agree. I agree. I don't know. This trail just smells like 600 dubs to me. I don't know. Someone was really out here looking for the perfect spot. That's what we're hoping for. Too, right? Because, like, I'm gonna be honest. This, I don't understand. I don't exactly understand what's going on in this dude's head at all. I thought I did at first. Because, like, he was kind of going along the axis for a long time. I thought he was just, like, pulling a sneaky. When all of a sudden he just, like, turned off and just started going. And so he's increasing both the numbers here, and then he starts doing this, and I'm like, okay, maybe he's beelining straight to his spot, and then he like does another U-turn, and then he like does a double U-turn. He goes this way, and then he goes back, and then he goes back, and then he goes this way. And he goes around here. Gets kind of wide. I thought I was going to pull up here, and I was like, okay, okay. But then he goes, and he turns again. Does a little zigzag here. Big zigzag here. Little zigzag here. Throw in some loop-de-loops while we're at it. Turns up again. Bunch of loop-de-loops. Turns up again. Double loop-de-loop action. Keeps going up, keeps going up. Another loop-de-loop. Zigzags. Another loop-de-loop. Another loop-de-loop. And then a giant damn zigzag that I was getting my hopes up for, and now he's just doing this again. And this is over the course of hundreds of thousands of blocks. Pocky Boy Trail? Like to hunt or to hide something? I thought that he was being like really big brain at first. But the longer I go, I'm like, bro, you're just giving anybody an opportunity to hit this trail. However, back in 1.12, when new chunks worked differently in the end, it was actually hard to see trails. People would do like zigzag strats sometimes. It was kind of common to see a trail that goes like this, and then it would just like stop randomly, and then if you backtrack it, you'll see he actually turned here, and then like did it again, and then went this way, and then like backtracked, and then went here, and then did it again. That was kind of common practice. So maybe what this dude is doing is somewhat along those lines. You're gonna somehow pull up on a viewer at the end of this. Okay. Seeing how easy it is to trail people made me rethink my entire strategy of base placement. Exactly. For Persona. You kind of have to put yourself in the shoes of a base hunter, you know, in order to understand the best ways to avoid a base hunter. Kirito Japan 1 at Paul Steve, I changed my name again? Wait, what was your old name? Oh, that's a good idea, Cody. Actually, it's actually a really good idea. Bro is drunk flying. Dude, I know. Like, I'm surprised he hasn't crashed and died yet. I'm not gonna lie at this rate. Yup. Wheatley. Yup. That's it. You already know what time it is. You already know it's about to go down. Crabber. Wheatley crab. Wheatley crab. Wheatley crab. Crab. He's not entertained anymore. He's grown up past that. Those are pity laughs for me. All we know is that base hunters gets really high when they find something at the end of the trail. Yeah, they do, don't they? And if it's stashy, then the high is quickly thwarted by the pain of moving dubs. Place my sign? I'm not placing your sign. Don't refund him the points back either. You took your ape test today? I am not an ape. I hope it won't. I hope it won't. Okay. Yo, Casino. How long have you been following this trail for? Days now. Days. Days. It's gone over 1 million blocks. My second base hunting compilation blew my first one out of the water, by the way. 16 times views. Yes. 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 Huge, bro. I don't know if I've seen it yet. I think I've reacted to it in my stream and Discord, but I don't think I've seen it yet. Wake up, server. Wake up, too. Right? Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. Ballerina cappuccina. I'm gonna do white level 1000 now because I'm scared. By the way that the server's loading right now. Tralalero, tralala. Bro, I just tried to get onto the nether roof and instantly died after I just made it to 1 mil blocks out. Why did you attempt to get onto the nether roof 1 mil blocks out? I hope you like set your bed or something. Yeah, server's crashed. Server just crashed, bro. Server is dead and gone. Alright, we're just gonna disconnect real fast because that is a difficult precedent that we have found ourselves in. Let me check in on my other account, see if they're like still flying. No, I'm still flying. I'm still flying. Please let me win at base hunting, please. Oh. Oh. Hey, we didn't drop Y level. Yeah, that's the thing about getting on the nether roof on 2B2T. You have to have a very, very special particular technique that is highly gate kept by the old players on the server. Highly gate kept. I'll give you a clue though. I'll give you one clue. You gotta use a chicken. Maybe I'm lying and the server isn't good actually. What? It looks... No, don't look at that. Don't look at my whispers. Matra. The mother stash. You know I already found that, right? You believe me, don't you? I can't see any now. Were there any 1.19 trails at the perimeter of this? Oh yeah, we passed through a bunch not too long ago. Back here. 1.19 trail, 1.19 trail, 1.19 trail. However, I've already hunted those trails like a long time ago, and it led to like a little stash. I thought it was the legendary sniffer to glitch that got you on the nether roof. No comment. Any idea what the logo is on top of the spawn map? In the overworld or the end? In the end, this is the devs, is what they call themselves. It's like it's just a group of players, and they make clients and mods, and they try to find exploits and stuff. I think what they're really most known for, however, is just TNT bombing the shit out of end spawn. I think that's really the biggest achievement that they have under their belt at this point. But it's a cool logo. If we're talking the overworld, this is the Vape Pens Eats Ass logo, aka VEA, is what they call themselves. Ooh, this looks nice. I don't know what this is, but that's cool. Penis, I think that's what it says. If you zoom out even more and it says BEP, done by SBA members. Shout out Bryce. Zoom out even more and it's a dilapidated now, but this is a Spawn Mason logo. Got Show Japan in the mix. Good old thing. Good old thing. Yeah, probably almost decent. It's them if it's done at like an egregious speed that there's no way you can bypass. Sometimes, usually. Oh, yeah, Medieval Red. It appears like no one has followed this trail yet. Okay, what's all happened in the last 2 years? Yo, Soda Bob. Mega quit, and he's back, and he's back today, and he's streaming. That's pretty much all that's happened in the last 2 years. We found Mothra's stash. That's basically it. What's all happened with you in the last 2 years, my guy? So creative, bombing the spawn. Yeah, Fick, yeah. I always want to visit all of the geezer towns, but if I don't have like accounts, if I don't have like accounts ready for it, then it's yeah, it's hard to make it there. Shana! Yoski.
Hi, Paul.
Good morning. Thanks for the 400 biddies. I appreciate you. You're too good to me. I heard your base got found. I heard your base got found. Yes, we are still in the end on the same trail from yesterday, and I started stream really thinking I was on something. So I got to like here, and I noticed that I had passed through this trail once before, and I saw these two other trails that were going the same direction, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're all gonna come together, and it's gonna be something really cool. So I started stream, and it's literally just a dude doing giant zigzags, bro. I mean, we can only assume. I mean, who knows? Maybe he has that mega stash right here. Maybe. I don't think so. But so now we're back on it, and he's just going, 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 and going, and going, and going. And this has been going on for like a million blocks. And he's just like doing loop-de-loops all the time. Loop-de-loop, loop-de-loop. Thank you for the follow, Baked ZD. Loop-de-loop, 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 zigzags. Anyways, I've already shown this to you guys. It's before, but. To my defense, the hunter said it was hard to find. Yep. He actually reached out to me too, because we were like messaging about something. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's Trana. Or no, I asked like if there were any signs, and he said Trana, and I'm like, oh my goodness. She's a legend. And he told me that it was hard to find too. And I was like, Good honor for that. Are you over a Miller? What? I am. We're at some sick, nasty chords right now. What was the moment you finished the game? 2B2T? That's my little secret. I will come to light in due time. Oh yeah, easy. I just like scrolled through and I'm like, I have a good bit of friend requests, and I usually like I don't go to that page. Fuma, thanks for the sub by the way on YouTube. And I was just like looking through, and I'm like, oh, I recognize this name. I recognize this name. I recognize this. So I added like 15 people back. Another 1.19. All of the 1.19s going that direction, like to the southeast. They must all be going to that one base. Nice, Soda Bob. Looking good. Looking good. All right, I'll trust you, Blue. I trust you. I've been doing Life instead of 2B, but I still watch Paul Steve to play vicariously. Good. This is my life. How you doing, shorty? You guys ever get those videos on like Instagram? It's like of that dude. I've tried to imitate his laugh before and I can't do it. But he's like, I don't even want to do it.
How you doing, Johnny? How would I give that to them?
Does that ring any bells for anybody, or am I just weird? Shut up, shut up. How many bases you find on average per stream, like roughly? GRDG34, it depends on the range that I'm hunting in. So if I'm like right now, for example, millions out in the end dimension, none. Nothing until we hit big, which I feel like we're going to do on this trail, right? However, if I do base hunting streams, like let's say 200, 300, 400, 500k, 600k in the overworld, I'll usually come out with a few finds at the end of that. See, AZE gets it. AZE, you're... That's me and AZE's secret handshake. You guys want to get it. Yeah. 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 Steve, I don't usually watch your live content, but the VOD's been bangers lately. I enjoyed you reacting to the new Fit video. You gave it a lot of context and it was interesting. Anyone want to pin that message on YouTube? Any mods? Go ahead. Don't be scared. I appreciate that, Wolfpack. I was actually thinking about... I mentioned it a couple times in the VOD. I was thinking about chopping it up. And just like uploading that react as like its own little video. 'Cause I actually like watching... I made a comparison on stream. There's a... I remember his name now. The Mario 64 and Mario Kart, just like game documentary creator dude named Summoning Salt. He's like really highly renowned in the YouTube community. He makes great videos, but I prefer to watch people react to his videos. And so yeah, like reacting content is nice for that. There's like layers of context. Yo, Nemagorsk. I bet, Windoid. I bet. Oh, AZE, you guys, you're on the same page as me about that. I've been saying that too. 100%. 100%. He gets a thumbs up from me for his recent video. Okay, so I have auto disconnect on at Y level 1000. Auto disconnect is on. Y level 1000 is on. I'm at like 3.2 right now, and I'm just slowly going downwards. But I gotta go to the bathroom, y'all. Right quick. So don't let me fall into the void, will ya? Watching reaction content is just like watching videos with a friend. Just adds another layer of insight and makes it more enjoyable. That's what I'm saying. I think that it's inevitable, like whether I like it or not. There's gonna be some people, whether they're joking or not, that it's gonna be like, easy content, Steve. Wow, worked real hard on this video, did ya? And stuff like that. I think that's just like the fact. I mean, some people make reacting like their entire thing. I really should not even be in my head about it at all, type deal. I think it's a good vibe, good times. If the item's appearing in the top left of your screen, we probably passed through 40 drop shulkers 5 minutes ago. Oh, medieval red. That is a good observation that you've made, and sometimes I get tripped out seeing those too. However, so this is my entity list in the top left, and it indicates the shulker mob as well as shulkers. And even in addition to that, sometimes, especially in 1.12 chunks, chests will just explode as you pass through them. Whether it's like a dungeon chest or a end city chest or any naturally generated chest, there's just like in 1.12 they would just sometimes explode when you pass by them. I don't know why. And if that happens here, then you'll see like a bunch of like diamond gear and stuff on the left side as well. They'll just explode, run out. I don't know. It's like a 1.12 thing. They don't really do it anymore. Only naturally generated chests, like not like builds or anything. All right. The bills can't be this high, bro. They are. Have you not looked at the world that we live in? Apple Pop Bob, I'm putting this dude in chat in charge of the stream. I'll be right back. Don't let me die, please. Did we find it? Nope. Is it two? Did he split up a little bit? It's wide. But he's been doing so many loop-de-loops and stuff. Oh. Interesting. Ooh, I like this spacey music. Yo, Kakin. Egg's gangster like that. He wears like 5 pairs of pants at once. I'm AZE because Apple Pop Bob, you know, AZE. Oh yeah. Interesting, interesting. Well, I haven't seen like a 1.12 dude like jump on the trail and start hunting. It's always seemed like one. So, what's in the cup? Depends who asks. Paul could swallow an apple whole. Did you guys ever do the thing and like this was really huge in middle school? You take an apple, you take like the top little like the pin out of it, and then you hold the apple, and then you put your finger on top of it, and you go, and you like, it like splits in half, perfect. Did you ever do that? Yo, Po Bob. I mean 38. English or Spanish, Mr. Paul? Mi español es mal. I'm a CPVPer who found your stream. I really like watching 2v2 base hunting streams, and I watch your VODs a lot, so thanks for making these interesting videos for the public. Oh, I appreciate you saying that, bro. I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you enjoying them. Okay, little wideness. I'm not getting my hopes up anymore. I'm done caring about anything that happens to this trail. I'm done caring about anything. Yo, howdy. There's an experience orb down there. What, is this guy walking and like killing? Is he just repairing his elytra by chopping up Enderman? Is that why he lands? Who's using your sword in chat? Yo! This is actually my trident. Shout out Straight Zesty. Yeah. I should have the same trident on me, do I not? I don't think I have any tridents on this account. I don't need them, so. Praise the Holy Church 69. I did dupe that trident though. You can tell because it's not max. There's like one thing that's like 2. Unbreaking 2. That's how you can tell. Yeah, Egg. Sometimes I just like rebrand my own stuff into Mothra brand just to like feel rich. Did I tell you I found Baron Nose Base? I think so. That was a while ago. Oh, I just got kicked. Goat Mama is not online. That's probably why I got kicked. I mean, I left immediately because I saw it on. That's not Goat Mama. Hi, Mom. Nah, I'm not gonna whisper him. Yeah, the Void Caverns, classic. How can he be straight and zesty? I mean, look at me. Yeah, too, Ray. I have like a designated stream and playlist that's all just my favorite video game music. However, for these end streams, I just type in like spacey video game music, and I just pull up a random playlist. So this is like Nintendo, whatever. Are you a ginger? Bro, AZ, you've watched my streams for like over a year and you're just now asking this question? No. My 69 church banner is proudly on display in my museum. That banner is like low-key kind of rare. Damn. Zesty coming in hot, clearing up the rumors. Oh yeah, easy. I did hear about that actually. Look at him. It's awesome. Yeah, I have like maybe like 6 dubs of those tridents. Good. What do you remember CGI finding from Hunting the End? It's classified. Maybe not actually. Do I visit cons? I do not. Okay, we gotta be aware of our firework count. We are already down to less than a stack. So once it gets down to like a half a stack, I'll disable my Rocket Man. So I'll stop using up fireworks and then we'll just glide back down. And then when we get close to like 1,000 blocks, Y level, we'll eat a chorus and re-gear on fireworks. That's a good question, Medieval Red. I just read his message. He said, how many 1.12 trails that have never been followed like this might exist on the server? That is something that as a base hunter, we ponder on. We ponder that question quite often. What do you guys think? How many unfollowed 1.12 trails exist? Now, if we're talking across all dimensions, it should be specified that there may be 1.12 trails that have been followed, but the base is still hidden along them somewhere, you know? Yeah. Less every day, and then Cecil said thousands. Really? Thousands? Really? Alright, we're gonna disable our Rocket Man now. We're just gonna point ourselves downwards a little bit and just glide for as long as we can. I'm not sure if the answer is thousands. AZE says he thinks there's only a couple hundred left. Am I crazy? I think that like thousands is a very bold claim. My final answer, 900. That's my final answer. 900 1.12 trails left that are unfollowed. Even that, it feels like a lot to me. Yeah. Wait, would that be cool? Because, like, you know how streamers have, like, you know, like little pet names that they give their viewers? It's just like a cute little thing. Oh, I did not expect this song to come on. So good, man. What? I could call you guys like my twins. Would that be cool or fool? Yo, Ellis! How you been? How you been? How you been? How you been? It's good to see you. True, AZ. True. This might be a noob question. What do you think would happen if a new dupe is discovered? It depends on like how it's discovered. You know, you're saying... Are you implying that it's public? It gets found and immediately released to the public? Or do you think it's going to be... Or are you implying that it's found... You know, somebody might find it and they might immediately just try to flip it for a crazy, unrealistic amount of money. You know? I think that it's probable. If like one type of player finds it, if maybe a different type of player finds it, they might try to keep it private as long as possible and share it with a small group of friends. That's what I would do if I ever discovered a dupe. And then maybe after like if it goes unpatched after like a month, I don't know. Honestly, I think that if I had access to a dupe, I would never tell anybody ever. If the times were different like they were back in the day in like 2020, eventually I would tell more and more people just to put people on. But just because of how stringent, is that the word? How quick the 2B admins are to like patch stuff like that these days, I would just try to keep it as secret as possible. And then one day I would just try to log on and my account would be prio banned, and that'd be that. We love you, Paulo. We love the map. You love the map we made of you? We plan to make a better one soon? Wait, World Slide, no way. No way you were part of that. No way, bro. The one I showed off yesterday? Bro. You know what? I'm gonna look at it again. Shout out C64. They made a map of me. Look, are you ready? Let me look at the right spot. I'm mogging. Paul, approximately how many blocks can you travel in the end? Huh? Yo, Big ZD! Damn. Bro, thanks for the Prime sub. Ooh, yes. Big Greasy Egg says they need to make a soulless bastard map. Can I make a request, World Sly? Listen, I'm not the type to like... I'm not like, actually, would you do but in my stream and Discord, there is a emote called Soulless Bastard that Egg made. That's a good one. That would be a great map art. In fact, I want to make that map someday if someone else does it. What, Alice? What's Alice talking about? Oh, duping. Great. Duper sell 4 stashes within 10k dubs each and sell them all to shops and then send it to a server owner. Yeah, like... Yeah. Paul, approximately how many blocks can you travel in the end doing this method without restocking? I'd say probably like if we're considering my whole e-chest. Alice! We could probably go like...
Duke is real. Trust I would never lie.
Thanks for the 8 months, Alice. I appreciate you. It's good to see you again. I hope you've been well. And thank you for the support, of course. With my e-chest, the way it's looking, it's not full elytras. It's not full of elytras, but it's mostly full of elytras. You can probably make it somewhere between like 5 mil and 7 mil, I figure. If you want to get farther than that, though, you will probably need to like bring 2 accounts out in tandem and like pearl in more stuff. No way, it's the guy from the map. Okay, so I think that egg just put the picture in my stream in Discord. World Sly. Let's take a look at it. Is that really like the best quality of that pic that you got? Is that like the original? Yeah, it must be. This is the picture he's talking about. No, it's not. It's not even a map art already. It just looks like that. It's just deep fried to hell. I would have full e-chest and limited rockets. Yes, I mean, you can use pitch 40. Pitch 40 is a relatively public module, and it just automatically like alternates between, you know, -40, +40, or however which way, +40, -40. And that allows you to maintain your Y level as you travel. It never really drops. In fact, it kind of brings you a bit higher by the end of it all. So you don't really need that many fireworks if you're willing to sacrifice speed. I know, Alice. They whipped it out in like a day, too. That's okay. I know you're putting tons of love into yours. Huh? Lava dupe unpatched still. That is very true. Same with the cactus dupe. I have many a carpet to construct a map art. However, I lack the gumption to begin. That's the word of the day, gumption. Wait, what are you talking about, Medieval Red? The top Y level goes up 1 every few times, going up and down. Yeah. How many blocks per second am I traveling with? Right now, we're just kind of gliding downwards. My speed is 119 kilometers per hour. We can switch that to blocks per second. .33 blocks per second, so really not that fast, but it's even slower if you use pitch 40. Like pitch 40 is really bottom of the barrel speed, but it's sustainable. It's sustainable, so you got any more epic C PvP montages for us today? I showed you the best one yesterday. Top tier, top tier. Nothing even comes close to that one, really. Just found like 20 shulks at spawn. Someone came and started crystalling, so I had to leave. Real and true. For real. Did you manage to make off with any? It's weird that they just have them out there on display and then they just come and protect them. What? Oh, hell yeah, Purged. Welcome on in. Yeah, it might have been from Havlin. Huge shout out to Havlin. It was probably Havlin. Let me check. It's either Havlin or someone yesterday. Oh yeah, it was Havlin just now when he came through. Oh. I'll make a 3x3 staircase map art of the soulless bastard source image. No, you will not, bro. You don't have to do that. Nice, real and true. Anything good in them? Hey, Paul. Unrelated, but what is your opinion on Italian food? Oh, dude, I love it. I love it. One day I should finish my 2x2 staircase map part. One day. One of these days. Let's see. Who has the best name online right now? Love Joe _ himself. That's really good. There's some scary accounts on right now, like Enderkill 98. Is anybody up in Mega's stream as well? You know, _Muga. Is anybody watching his stream as well? I want to be able to raid him. So if he's like, if he has indicated how long he wants to stream for, we have to keep that in mind. Paul, is it okay to share a mega base I found with the 5C? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice, real and true. Oh yeah, those are fire. That is not a real name, Nady. I actually looked. That's not even real. Just playing a trick on me. Okay, what time is it? It is 5. Damn. We really thought that we were on something today. We really thought we were on something today. Oh! My westbound trail from yesterday ended at something. I can show that to you guys. If that's something you're interested in. Here. Throw it on my pitch 40 right quick. Auto disconnect is on. Y level's at 1,000. I will be just fine. Let me swatch accounts. Let me swatch accounts. Because I actually have that instance open right now. Screen capture. Pick the right account. Done, done, done. 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 Thanks, Jiffy Wiffy. Okay, game, display. Okay, we should be good. Yeah, so I'm just traveling back this way at this point. But we found this place. It was actually like hella sus. So you remember I was following that westbound activity, and it was evident that somebody was following it in 1.19. But I'm like, maybe it's like one of the members like coming out, and then all of a sudden they all turned at like the same moment, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a route that they designated to get to this base. So that's how I know that there's definitely something at the end of it. Still being followed though. Still a bunch of 1.19 activity. We get closer. The 1.12s then start to come together right about here. And someone did find it before me. And that person also spiraled around to see if there's anything nearby. So, but what it was a flattened end island. That's it. It was just a flattened end island. Some like backup pearls set around. There was a pearl bridge up here, you know, the classic 1.12 style pearl bridge. The members of said base were the Spire and SMCZ. The first thing I found when I pulled up was this, and it said like moving to a new site, and that's like around an end gate. I don't know what caused them to move. It was hidden pretty well. It doesn't seem like it was even found until the server updated. So I don't know what caused them to create this location and then abandon it, but it was evident that it was a short-lived location, short-lived spot. So yeah, all they did was terraform this island. You know, these are dubs like sitting up here, but there was nothing in them except for maybe a little end stone. But yeah, it looks really cool when you like highlight everything. And then I just left again. So yeah, I'll switch back. Oh, my trail ended on my other account. What the? Oh no, he just turned around again. Screen capture. What is that maze? So you saw how I like had loaded all that area. I did so by doing like a spiral thing around it, and it seems like whoever found it before me also had access to a spiraling mod of sorts. So that was that maze looking thing, was somebody spiraling around it to just load all the area nearby, see if there's anything else in the area. Okay, so open that up. It should be displaying my right. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Oh, it's because I need to go like this. Boom, 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 boom. Close this, open this. There we go, there we go. Bro, why is it not working? Oh, what? Hello? Sorry, this is... I haven't dealt with this issue before. Screen capture. Pick the right one. Pick it. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to capture our screen instead of the actual gameplay, which is bizarre. So let's just try it. Weird. We are dude flipped a Yui. again. With OBS, display cap is going to save your frames. Yeah, that's not what I'm using, right? I'm using Streamlabs. Got my Polaroid ready for the leak? Dude, I know. I will turn off my pitch 40 and I will turn off auto disconnect and we will rerun fireworks real fast. What's up? Can you guys like hear the gameplay still? Hope you can. We're on the road again. Hunt's going good though. Well, well, actually, I just try not to think about it too hard about how the hunt is going. It's good because you guys are all here, and you guys are good. How do you get kits easy? Beg and chat. That's what I've always done. What's the most serious / consequential leak you've had on stream? Oh, Egg, you wanna talk about it? Well, is there any way we can meet after stream because my prio ends tomorrow? I think I can make something work. What can I make work, though? What can I make work? Okay, so right after stream, like I said, I have D&D tonight. I have D&D tonight, and I'm going to be doing it right after stream, and that goes for about 3 hours. I can scrounge up an account, I think, to come pick something up. I'm wondering, C64 or Purged. I'm wondering if it might be worth it for you to like stow something away in a dungeon kind of farther out from spawn, and then I can go there just so we don't have to be on at the same time. But like, you can go there, leave the map art, write me a book, and then I'll go there, I'll pick up the map art and the book, and I will leave behind some goods for you type stuff. I don't mind doing that. That might be a little bit easier if you're concerned about running out of prio. I mean, yeah, I could throw him something through the end gateway, but I can't get anything back. Okay, honestly, what the leak that comes to mind, and it really did not turn out very consequential, but it was the one time I accidentally leaked my stash on stream. I didn't leak chords, but I like leaked terrain, and that was when I was at the end world border, and I was AFK for 1 second or something, and then Egg punched me off of the ledge. And I forgot that I had my bed set at my stash on that account. So that was the and I had auto respawn on, so it just like I I fell into the void, died before I even realized what was happening, and then automatically respawned at my stash without pressing anything. And all it was just like a mushroom island with a bunch of dubs laying out, and I'm just like, oh my god. That was so annoying. I don't think anybody's found that spot still, though. It has since been abandoned. But I'm trying to think if there's any worse leaks. Oh, okay, I do. I have one leak that turned out way worse. Way worse. A million times worse. And it's when I found a giant, massive Pokemon map art. It was like of all of the original Pokédex. And it was like, how big was this map, dude? It was like at least like 6x4. Probably even bigger. Yep, I'm pissed too. I'm still pissed about it. And it was like my favorite map I had ever found at the time because it was just so cool and classic. And it was made by a dude named Harry Taco, who's kind of like a notable old school duper and map art guy. And so that was like really cool. And then I wanted to show it off on my journey map, and I thought that I had turned off the coordinates. But on journey map, if you open up your map, it would say the chords up at the top, but it would also say them down at the bottom. And so I turned off the chords at the top. I didn't realize that it still had them at the bottom, and then I just opened up my journey map and leaked the chords straight up. And then the next day, I came back there and it was blown to smithereens. Never got mapped. Maybe I should atone for my sins and like remake that map art. Yeah. Here we go, dupe stash time. Come on. I gotta go to... Okay, there's an end gate. Yeah, you want to make a base around it, right? You want to make a base around an end gate. Anybody does. Anybody wants to make a base around an end gate. Or the server can just turn off. There you go. Running out of rockets yet? This'll last me a little bit longer. Nady, that was not my job. After NOCOM, do you think it's possible to find bases from 2016 or less? Oh yeah, I mean NOCOM didn't work for 2016 bases. It worked, it started working against 2018 bases. Not every 2018 base was hit, and it was at its highest. NOCOM was at its strongest during 2020, so 2020 bases are really the ones that were hit hardest. Your stash too big for the server to handle? Imagine. I wonder if there are any dupe stashes just sitting in unloaded 1.12 chunks that like were able to just get through the server at the time. But if you were to pull up on it now, you would basically just get chunk banned. Log back in, world edited. Doesn't Randar still work? Yeah. Randar will always work. I don't think that it doesn't work in this version though, right? Like the exploit has to do with the version of Minecraft that we were in. But like, if you are able to access new replay mod data, you can always like get new info. It's always possible from like any time period. Okay, you can stop playing with me now. Oh, I don't have auto disconnect on. At Y level. Yeah, right now would be the perfect time to pull up, so then I can just go to D&D after. Please. Oh, what are the odds this is like Ranlin trying to base hunt in the end? If you know, you know. Hell yeah, Zay. I appreciate you coming through. That was cool. I have since found a good handful of like really old stuff that's still intact, but at the time that find was pretty special to me. I think that there was like a Rickson book nearby there too. I don't know if that was in that same video, but he's a legendary hunter in his own right. How does it feel not having to check for portal skips in the end? Bro, it's like spending so much time in the end dimension on these trails almost makes you wish that there was portal skips or any semblance of life or activity or terrain or anything. I'm like in a sensory deprivation tank out here. And portal skipping is usually a pain in the ass, so like it's like that one experiment. I think I've mentioned it on stream before, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about it, but they were like, it was like a science experiment where they brought in people who volunteered to be part of it, and then for all of the people that volunteered, they'd put them in this waiting room by themselves and be like, all right, so just wait here, and we'll call you in when we're ready to do the tests. So just sit in this chair, and by the way, that metal orb right next to you, it'll shock you if you touch it. So just don't touch it. Just don't touch it. It'll give you a little zap. And they're like, okay. And so they start waiting, and then the actual experiment that they didn't know they were participating in is they would be made to sit in this room and wait. And they would, almost every single person that was like waiting there bored would end up getting so bored that they would rather like feel the pain of touching the electric orb, and everybody would end up touching it. So that's like base hunting in the end. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Must have to go so far in Elytra? Nah. You can just hang out at spawn for 1 second. People will just give them to you. We're gonna make a 2x2 of the soulless bastard emote poll? No, you're not, bro. No, you're not. No way in hell. Bro, I bet if you make it look like a 1x1, make it as a 1x1, it's just gonna be so fried. It won't even look like anything. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Nope, not like that level, Nady. Not quite there. All right, listen. I hate to say it, but I need to end here in less than 10 minutes. So is Mega still live? Can we raid Mega? Yeah, really wrong chat, Spacebar. Really, really wrong and embarrassing. That's crazy, Toasted Brother. Like, I don't need your handouts. Blue, you're the second person to tell me that today. You're the second person, and yes, I did hear about that. And no, I'm not ginger anyway. Pale Blue Zebra, long time no see. How you been? You should stream your D&D games. Should I? Dude, my guy is going through some really like existential crisis right now in D&D. I guess this will be the last story I tell you guys before I plan to head out. Oh man, I'm sore. Guys, I've been working out. Did I tell you guys that too? Anyways, there's so much lore, and it's just gonna like not make any sense to just like kind of bring it up the way I am. But long story short, in this campaign, there is a fabled, old school pirate legend that has not been seen in many years, but he has lived across multiple lifetimes because his greatest treasure, the thing that he like spends his entire existence like hiding and protecting, is called the Living Stone. And so, and the dude is Captain Flint. He's kind of based on like the Treasure Planet dude name, which I think Treasure Planet guy might have been Captain Flynn. Anyways, so in my campaign, we went to this lake called Lover's Lake, and then there was like a secret note under the water, and it was, "You look small today." And there was a secret note etched into the rocks underwater, written in giant, that gave like a riddle that turned into a clue that we used to find a giant ent, like a tree ent. And we had to like say a secret password, and he opened up his mouth for us, and it was kind of like the Deku tree type vibes, and we were like, oh yeah, we're doing something cool. And then we go on in, and we go down this ladder for like 30 minutes. We fight some lava golems at the bottom, get through a doorway, and then we're in some like hidey hole spot, and we find a study in this spot. And there is like a bunch of books and like journals and stuff. And we find this really big journal, and we discovered that this location that we're at is Captain Flint's like hideout. Is what we had found. And so we're like looking through the books, and like this journal that he has is just all about his basically like sexual endeavors, like all of his relationships in his life. And he was with a mermaid, he was with a giant, he was with this person, he was with this person, and this is through multiple lifetimes because he has the Living Stone, and he's just crazy like that, right? So this is Flint's dupe stash so it's just Flint's hidey hole at this point. We haven't really found a dupe stash just yet, but so we're there, and then we get to the last page before he stops making entries, and it talks about how he feels this void in himself and life, and he wants to fill it, and he meets this lady, and her name was Seraphine, and then he had a child with this lady, and the child's name was Elphys, and it boom, comes out of the water, comes out mysteriously. My character that I play in that game, I'm Flint's son. I'm Flint's son the whole time. And so we're like, whoa. Captain Flint and Stone. But so I'm like, okay. And like this like new little like trope about my character is like, he's a bard, he's a halfling, and he's a womanizer, of course. He just flirts with everybody. He's very classic bardy in that way. But like a kind of like recent thing that's come about with him is his insecurity of his height, and he always hears about Captain Flint being like a Rizerba, and he's like, oh, I want to be taller than like however tall this guy was. So he's like always looking for like potions to make him taller, or boots, and da-da. But that's a little side thing that I'll get back to here in a sec. So we get to this last page, and instead of being like super stoked on the fact that I'm related to this fabled pirate dude, my dude is actually disheveled and concerned and having an existential crisis, because if anybody remembers, my character is dating Tabaxi, and she's pregnant with my children. And the fact that I like recognize that this Captain Flint dude had the Living Stone which is something that my character has been like hunting for, trying to find. But I recognize that Flint, this dude, abandoned his family. Me, I'm part of his family. I'm his son. And my mom. He abandoned us in order to continue this endeavor of protecting the Living Stone, which is something I've always been going for. And now I have a family on the way. And so I have all this like internal struggle and being like, oh, I've been trying to go for this my whole life, but now I have this, and am I gonna have to abandon my family like my father abandoned me, and this, that, and the other? Da, 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 da. So he has a lot of emotional turmoil that he's going through right now. Shout out Piss Bob. Which is kind of fun. Which is kind of fun to like play around with this little crisis, this little character development arc that I'm going through. I don't really know exactly how I'm gonna play it out. Oh, but then so I'm having this moment, and I'm just kind of like having an out of body experience. I just put my hands in my pockets and I walk out of the room like an anime character. And I walk past the doorway, and there's an etch in the doorway where Flint would measure himself, and it turns out I'm the exact same height as Flint was. And so that whole like insecurity about my height level was just, but instead of like seeing it and having any sort of attitude about it, he just sees it, doesn't care anymore. Doesn't care about his height, because he's too busy having an internal crisis. So yeah, that's what happened last campaign. Oh yeah, and then we went around. We found his main bedroom. There was a button in there that said like fun time. I'm having a crisis. I'm over here just like tearing stuff off the wall, like freaking out, having a thing, because he had like a little blow up moment. But then our other character, the mage, dragonborn person, found Flint's room, pressed the fun time button, disco ball, shaking bed. Don't really need to get into that. But then she started like pulling all the books, trying to see if there was a secret entrance anywhere. Pulled one, boom, bookshelf move, boom, spiral staircase, boom. She starts battle. She has to roll for initiative randomly, wasn't expecting it, against a chimera or a chimera or whatever it's called. And so then like while she's in battle, we have to like run all the way across to get to the room and up the spiral staircase, and that's where we ended last session in fighting that thing. So maybe there's a dupe stash hiding behind it, but there's what happened last time. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. For anybody who cares about my D&D, my DM is awesome. She's amazing. Yeah, but my character generally this entire time has had like a kind of like nonchalant, like doesn't really care about what other people are doing. He's just kind of doing his own thing, and he's like very performative. You know, Bardy. He's very Bardy like that. And so it's kind of fun to have a moment of like serious, intense character development and to like roleplay that a bit. So yeah, like I said, that's gonna be my last story. It is 5:30. So I am going to throw down my pitch 40 and just leave my account AFK while I do this. Actually, no, we're gonna land so I can grab more elytra as I AFK. So turn off. Oh, I already have Y level off, so that's fine. Eat this, and here we are. I'll let you guys know how the show goes as I keep going along it. It's probably gonna swing back around to spawn at this point. But I appreciate each and every one of you for coming through for this early stream. Kind of unusual for us. I like streaming early besides my terrible lighting. I wish the treasure was an unlimited stash of weeds and you get high for the rest of your immortal life, getting the title of the Living Stoned. Casual Hamster, I'll have to little slide that idea in a little bit. Maybe something will come about in that thing. Dude, I have an entire journal. That's just something I do during my D&D. I like draw pictures of what I'm doing. It's like a thick ass thing now because this campaign has been going on for a really long time. So I'll have to show you guys some stuff. Anyways, in Twitch is my stream and Discord. Thank you, Spacebar. If you're watching through YouTube, you can navigate to any of my YouTube videos and go into the description to enter my stream and Discord. Yappin' on God. Some people liked it. Thank you, Spacebar. What am I doing? Okay, come on. Please tell me Mega's still alive. Yes, he is. He is. He is. He is. Yes. 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 Mega is my best 2B2T friend ever. So please, like, come in super hype. Come in super hype for him. What about me? Yeah, you're my friendly friend. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But yeah, Mega's my Twitch homie. So, yeah, you got disqualified. Exactly. So, come in, show him lots of love, lots of hype. This is his first stream back on 2B in like literal years. Qualified. Oh wait, hey, you want to play some Fall Guys soon? Maybe. We can find like a different game that's like Fall Guys too. I'm sure there's some out there. Alice, thank you for the resub of 8 months. I appreciate you so much. ZD, thank you for the Prime sub surprise. I appreciate that. Trana with the 400 biddies upon entry. Very generous. Huge shout out to Trana. Rotten with the Prime sub as well. I hope to see Rotten around more. Havlin with the 5 fat gifted upon entry. Super generous. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for all the new followers. I should be back again tomorrow. And I'll keep you posted on this trail. Next time you see me, I will be 2K dubs richer. So yeah. I'm going to send in this raid. I'll let you guys know how D&D goes next time. And I'll catch you in the flip. Peace. Yeah, Lethal Company.
What the fuck? I got bread out of that somehow. Anyway, yeah, I leaked my cords, and which sucked for sure. But I wasn't really that worried about it because again, there wasn't really that many people watching me, and I was like, whatever. But I was baritone trying to find bookshelves, right? Moral of the story. Oh my god, this dude.